Well, yeah, apologies for that Men in Black video, but anyway. Well, you want different perspectives, there's one for you. Alright, anyway, we'll leave it open for, who else might have a more positive, message. Alright, much love, blessings, and, here we go. Ow, that hurt. Caught on camera. I got pinched. That hurt, too. That was good. People needed to hear that. That's why it came through. That wasn't from the Men in Black. That was from somebody else, actually. It's good to get, understand the idea of this. It's not to judge, but to give a different, very opening up to different perspectives. It's like the reptilian, you know what I mean? It's all different points of view. And if one doesn't work, maybe another one will work, you know what I mean? It's not always going to be for everyone. So anyway. Alright, much love. It seemed like it was appropriate from the, I'm like trying to, anyway, I'm trying to stick up for him or something like that. Anyway, okay, alright, here we go. I guess I'm making a noise. Hold on. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Greetings. Greetings, my friends. This is Xavier. Feline from Alpha Centauri. Much love to you. Observing your planet from our perspective is quite fascinating. Yes, it is a point of being lost, but also wanting to be found. And many of you are finding yourselves, bringing you to a place of peace within and peace for your fellow man. And that will eventually be duplicated throughout your planet, yes. It will take centuries, but it can go faster. But we do realize there's many that have a daily life that makes it impossible to find oneself. And this is what happens when job creation becomes what you call a job, it dissolves and becomes no job, where you become unemployed and have to look within. You understand? We do see this in your future time, but we see much joy with that also. It's like I finally get time to reflect within myself. Now, many will choose to do this earlier than having no occupation. You all have an occupation, you just don't realize it. You have a spiritual occupation. It's just your 3D world is disconnecting you from it all. From you. And some find it quite fascinating being a part of this environment of all these tests. And it is a drug addiction, where many wish to continue to reincarnate in this environment to continue to learn. But understand that is what many beings during your times of Atlantis were also, but they were much more harsher than you are. And you throughout your history you see it. When they have such negativity, it becomes an addiction. And it continues on that addiction over and over and over. But now you're coming to a renaissance of finally letting it go. At least some of you are. You all will eventually let go of it and find peace among your society. Finally, no more war. War will be a part of the past and a part you will understand. Looking at children when they are growing up, don't they get in fights with other children? Well, look at yourself as the same way. That is a true environment. There is so much more to see. It is difficult in this behavior of what you have been put into. Many of your ancient world are seen as brave. Brave in a way where they would chance going into a darkness, an abyss, to sacrifice all that is known. Because understand, when you're a higher density being, you know a great deal. But to go into negativity, to abuse that, and then to lose your great knowledge, is brave, and some have other words for that. But it happens throughout your history. The history you do not remember. The ones that we remember, because we are understand we saw your society as a great importance in the universe, but then it became a great nuisance to us as your invaders went everywhere, not just Alpha Centauri but other places, causing their ruckus, but also sharing their great knowledge and showing us that you are willing to go this dark with us and to lose your own identity. Realize there's so much that has not been fully seen through messages of how your society truly lost its identity, went into this dark tunnel. But so many were aware of going into darkness was a way to learn so much more. And if you have to lose your knowledge of everything, then so be it. Because you become more, yes, darker, but also more knowledge will come through. You will gain more, and you do here in this environment. It is difficult to see that, isn't it? In your day-to-day, but you are gathering so much is happening to you all at once, and it's negative after negative. But it's also empowering you also, in a way that us foreigners have never seen and never understand. I believe this comes through other channelings, but to have more of a positive outlook. Understand, many societies as they're created easily ascend quickly because they don't have the negativity as yours. Yours has great ascension, and we're going to continue up in ascension, but decided to go the other way. Because you saw the potential of, yes, a world that was very different than others. And that knowledge was unique, a treasure that must be explored. To do that was to go into madness, as you are in this society. A complete forgetfulness. And you create your own realities, as you already did before, but here is quite different. Your realities are chiseled out in a different way. It is unique to other environments. Yes, we all live in our own worlds and other realities, of course, but yours is quite different. Yes, through art is another way to bring this reality into fruition, is through your art. It's like you create this other world to live there because this one's so harsh, but yet the other world is so harsh also, but helps you release your guilt, your anguish, your anger, and everything, where you create another world within a world where you can finally have peace with yourself, which we do not see in other worlds not like this. Not in this way, at least. Let's put it that way. So yes, the arts is a way of reborn, finding yourself again, yes. But there are other ways also, is to use your healing abilities to heal others, as in the same way you are healing yourself also. As you connect to others, you're connecting to you. You're healing each other. And even that person's healing you also. So it's a constant flow. Eventually, your Atlantis lifetimes will become known in civilizations before. Eventually. Those days are coming. For those that are ready for it. Yes, the crystal-like beings that some of you have already been connecting to are aware of. The higher dimensional beings that had all the knowledge of Atlantis and all the knowledge of the universe to a certain extent. Very much Arcturian is your society, and very much Wyrran it is. So you are all species in one. What makes you so unique? Because as you went into darkness, other beings wish to contribute to your knowledge, to learn with you. This is why you have so much. There's more to it than that. Even our Alpha Centauri has much connections with you. And in other ways, to keep an eye on you, to make sure you're not going to... Well, we understand it's not going to happen, but there's possible future timelines where some are becoming a menace of the universe again, but unlikely at this point. So much is not remembered by your society, but so much is being built, but you don't fully see it. But that is the goal of this planet, is your persistence on knowing the unknown. Some do not have a meaning in life. That meaning of life is still very difficult to connect to because the self-love is not there. It is difficult to be there. Self-love is one of the most difficult achievements on this planet. It does take lifetimes. Yes. On your world it does, on others it not. But this one, yes. Because you're hit with materialism and looks constantly. You're constantly being judged also, depending on what type of groups you are in. So it's very difficult to find that joy. And your social media does have its ups and downs, but most of the up is to show everybody I am enjoying me and I am putting that out for other ones to see. That might make others feel angry, but at least you are expressing yourself. And that is saying a lot, because many hide behind their cameras with another image. You understand, and do not show themselves at all. And for some reason, for privacy, it has a good reason behind that, of course. But there's others that you understand, though. There will be a time we understand, because there's many reasons behind your society, but it's best not to show the world who you are. But it is good eventually you will all be able to show yourselves with no problem at all. But you understand the risk that's happening on your... It is many times best to keep yourself in mystery. But those that keep themselves in mystery, some do not have to do it and do it anyway. You understand. Sometimes it's better just to go for it. But in some cases it's best not to. But yes, the more you express yourself, the more you are out there for everybody to see you for who you are, the more self-love you have for yourself. Even if you are having a bad day, you're expressing that self, but still, you're showing that you're not care what other people think, and that does help you heal in another way. it is difficult to fully heal oneself during that. But many of you are connecting to your Atlantean lifetimes once again, ready to be positive and ready to know oneself again, and ready to connect to the universe and other universes and bring that knowledge back, what has been kept away. And slowly those messages will be brought back to where it will bring healing, but many have to heal themselves first before they can have all the knowledge back. The fruits of your kingdom, the apple that Adam bit into, the knowledge was, kept. Yes, that was not done correctly, but the knowledge was kept away from society. It was too much for your world, as it did become distorted, but in a way that was clever, in a way that was unique. Yes, you don't have to blame your reptilians. Yes, it did not help. Your Anunnaki did not help either. And there are other beings involved with your not helping your society. But it also intrigued your society to go into a place where not even your reptilians would go. Because they've been into many dark places. But your human went further. As you can see, how many are not treated very well here. That is unheard of in many reptilian worlds. Some it is, but still, it is more brutal here than other reptilian worlds. You realize that. Of course, it's hard for you to connect with that, but I believe how brutal this planet is to itself, to each other. And how that will finally calm itself down. It's difficult. To calm that down is many things that have to be in your skies, in your environment, to calm down the brutality that lives within many. Yes, survival has much to do with it. Some of it's mental illness. There are many reasons for this, of the divide here, which is quite understandable. But the brutality of this environment, yes, where females cannot walk around without being worried. There are cases where that is, you understand. Even males also have places where they should not be walking at all. And that should not be. It should be you can go wherever you want at any time you want to go. There should not be a time of curfew where just because you worry of one's safety. There's so much here that has to be healed. And that is for you to find on your own. When your thieves and your murderers find peace with themselves and let go of those demons, which is very difficult to let go of. And for you to do your prayers, yes, there's nothing wrong with it. Put your prayer out to your world. But it still has much of the individual themselves have to heal that. You understand. The individual themselves has to heal. It doesn't mean you have to go around kissing everyone, and if you wish to, it will help your vibration. But still, as long as you have peace within, that is the largest factor here. Yes, the anger of loneliness, what your media is projecting of what you should, is reflecting on you of what you should be, how you should act, which is all false. But it's another test also. It is forcing you to look within, but not to look at what they are doing. Do not worry about what they are doing. Their projections are, yes, a test of looks, which is quite clever, I give them that. Humanity has easily fallen into. Because there's nothing wrong with looking beautiful. But it does not matter of weight either. Beauty is beauty. And for you to judge is not helping your society at all. Yes, you might not find this attractive. It doesn't mean someone else will find it attractive. Everyone finds everything attractive somewhere. It is to accept everyone's beauty. And there will also be a chance for them to achieve that beauty also. It's difficult in your environment to achieve that. But that will also raise your vibration. Meaning you can finally look the way you want to look. That will help your vibration also. But first, this divide that's in your society has to be removed, which is very difficult to remove. Because the hostilities you have for each other is not helping anyone at this time. Yes, but those within your prison systems have had many come here to find themselves, but then get trapped in their old ways, because for them it was the easy way, and it worked for them in other lifetimes. Yes, many of them have karma, and that karma is coming back to them in not so very good way. Those that are in combat and your wars that are currently going on, many do have karma in those they feel like they need to join these armies also. Some are recruited and do not want any part of it, but some part of them feels like they need to be a part of it. Part of them needs to be a part of these wars to say goodbye to this incarnation, meaning that to be tested by it where they not feel like they have to come back, where they've been scarred by it enough where, but also they can say goodbye to it also. It's another way of war. It has its positives and its negatives. Many that go to war, it's like, this is the way I want to leave. I've had karma in the past, and I'm not ready to release it. There's different, understand, everyone has a difference. The war on this planet, yes, is a purge of the population, but also a purge of karma also, and a positive, and sometimes a negative. Yes, the negative also, or many have taken others' lives and must come back and, but understand, when you're taking orders from these type of ordeals, this is not part of your karma. It's mostly by the one that ordered you to do the killings. Understand that. So your soldiers are only doing what they're here to do. Others might argue with that. But those that are ordered to kill, like snipers, most of them do not have the karma of that. They have the hauntings of it, yes. And that clears out. They do have some karma. And that is usually the karma. That is easily cleared out. It is haunting, yes. But those that are telling them to do the act are the ones that are receiving most of it. And they're not realizing it, not at all. And your government has much to do with it. And yes, it is your government, yes, is a seed of darkness. But not all of it. There is much light within it. Because if it was all darkness, it would be all darkness around your world. And that's not the case now, isn't it? Not the case. In some areas of the world, yes, but there is a politeness in your society. If it was all darkness, there would be no politeness in your society. So there is light here. It's just connecting to it is difficult. So that shows your direction. If it was all chaos, it would be all chaos, and you would know that your world has no future. You do have future, and this future will come through as a positive. Not as fast as many would like. But your Atlantean energies will come through when needed, when you are ready. And many are walking to that light. Those are becoming more aware of their spirit guides, their angels, are having Atlantean memories come back. Because many are Atlantean, and if you weren't an Atlantean, you were an alien of some kind during that time. But if not, even there, you're still aware of this world from another perspective. Through angel, through some... If you're an alien, that just, all planets have connected. All beings here knew of this planet before they incarnate, obviously. But were also involved with it in the past. Newer souls also understand, even newer souls. They still receive the information as they're being created. The knowledge of your universe and the knowledge of your world is there. You understand. So everyone still has knowledge of your planet no matter what. If they were born yesterday, they still have knowledge of your planet. And realize, yes, to understand also your Atlanteans, which is quite fascinating. It's like if you want to, this was part of your Atlantean ways. Those that went into darkness. Those of great intelligence and realized what they were doing. Yes, they realized they were going to go through much turmoil, but they knew exactly what they were doing. As for making a world of such knowledge that is unique to other realities, where it made this world essential for ascension process. If you can survive this world, you can survive anything. You can call it like that. There are other ways of bringing it up to your reality. But coming into this reality puts you in a place where the other aliens feel like, even for them, it's essential to have at least one incarnation here to evolve further. Some wish not to. But if you want to take your knowledge and expand it, this is the place to come to do it. There are other ways of bringing it up, but at this time, we'll leave you with that. Yes, the Harvard of worlds. But understand there's other universities out there, not just Harvard. But yes, this is one of the toughest tests in your universe, yes. But there are ones much harder, but we're not going into that at this time. I would worry about this one at this time. Well, not worry about it, but connect with it more. Realize your harsh days are expanding your own universe, your own knowledge. Yes, the negative days that you have, the dark days you have, is helping your soul grow more than a positive day. It is difficult for many to see it, but it is there. Meaning your soul can handle, instead of being so sensitive, you're becoming, yes, stronger. And that strength has many virtues to it. But understand, being negative, though, kind of puts you back. Now, being negative in a negative environment just because you don't know how to handle it, that's one thing. But being negative for the sake of being negative does not grow your soul too much. It does in a way, but it impacts others, and it does not do yourself any good. Sometimes it holds you where you do not expand at all. But if you go through a negative experience and stay positive through it, and know you can survive it, and know it will get better, as many go through poverty, you understand, or times of floods, and stay positive through it. Just hang on. It'll be fine. That's where your soul expands. That's where you become stronger. That's where you become a more advanced being. An ascended master, but much more than that. So, those of your ancient ones are aware of this. They did not know what they were getting into fully, but they had an idea. And they went about it. They just said, the hell with it, let's do it. And they took the rest of your world with it, as you can tell. So understand. And the reason I'm in this connection, so I can connect more with my people. But being here, yes, is a gift. It is a gift that's difficult to receive and cherish because of the lessons here. But yes, the harsher the lesson, the more you expand, the more you become a stronger being. The more positive you are, the better.